My beloved, I speak to you this day, my heart overflowing with love and grace for you. You are not traveling this journey alone, for I walk with you every step of the way. I know the trials you now face seem insurmountable, but I will lead you through the storm soon. The strength to prevail already resides within, for my spirit makes its home in you. Though you may feel weak and helpless, you are an overcomer because of my finished work. My victory is your victory. My power is now your power. You must believe this with expectant faith. If you go through your days focused only on thoughts of defeat, you will remain trapped in cycles of negativity, unable to move forward. But renew your mind to see yourself as I see you, seated in heavenly realms, high above any scheme the enemy tries to bring against you. My perspective overpowers the limitations trying to restrain you. Agree with what my word declares over you and reject any thought, feeling, or impression that contradicts it. Even if breakthrough seems distant, stand firmly on the truth of my promises, placing all your expectation on my ability, not your own. Simply believe and align yourself to this spiritual reality by declaring my word daily. For many of my children, the obstacle holding them back is unbelief, refusing to trust that my promises are for them in this moment. But my word is living and active, sharper than a double-edged sword. Everything I speak contains power and anointing to free captives, heal the sick, provide abundantly, protect, and empower those who dare to believe. Faith overcomes the worldly systems of this age. If you feel weak, boldly declare that my strength is perfected in weakness. If you feel poor, proclaim as fact that I am Jehovah Jireh, the God who supplies all needs according to my riches. If you feel burdened, renounce weariness and announce that my yoke is easy, my burden light. Walk by faith in what you believe, not fickle feelings. Anchor yourself to my truth. Your feelings and circumstances will eventually align. As it is written, the righteous shall live by faith. Your faith moves my hand. Ask boldly, for nothing is impossible to the one who believes wholeheartedly. Remember when Moses held up his staff before the Red Sea? That rod represented faith in my ability, not his own. Likewise, your faith accesses my miracle-working power. With me, nothing is impossible because you believe. I have given you gifts, talents, and abilities specifically suited for your divine assignment. Use them boldly and confidently as I order your steps. Do not compare yourself to others. Each member of my body has a unique role to play with passion and excellence. Watch what I will do through your stewardship of what I have placed in your hands. Your neighbor's gifts may seem greater, but I do not make mistakes. Do you feel unqualified, insecure, or afraid of failure? Be at peace. I am perfecting all that concerns you. Remain willing, humble, and submitted. I myself will empower you mightily in proper time. For now, start where you are with what you currently have. Step out in obedience to my leading. Do not be anxious over provision or obstacle removal. My ways are higher than yours, my timing wiser than your own. I will release explosive blessings, breakthroughs, favor in a way you could not manufacture yourself. Rest without fear or worry today. Do not be terrified by present troubles as though I am not with you in this valley, as though I would let you drown in the sea. Have I not sworn to never leave or abandon you? With a whisper I silence wind and waves. I am the same God who parted the Red Sea, walls of water piled high on either side. No sea is too wide for me to divide, that you may walk across on dry land unharmed. Call urgently to me and watch as I confirm the desire of your heart. Name the Red Sea you currently face, the obstacle requiring breakthrough and deliverance right now. Declare boldly by faith that even now it is parted for you. Stand back in awe and watch my right hand of salvation move on your behalf. My healing, my provision, my intervention secure your victory this very moment. For I have already won the battle at Calvary long beforehand. You need only believe and receive what I finished for you then, even now. It is accomplished, my child. Go forward in confident peace, assured that I order your steps into good breakthrough. My beloved child, I have entrusted you with talents, abilities, skills, resources, in keeping with your capacity to steward them. I did not overload you with more than you could handle. Your talents may appear small or ordinary by the world's standards, but they have divine purpose and power for expanding my kingdom. Do not compare yourself to others, thinking you have too little. My distribution of resources is unrelated to your value or worth in my eyes. You are fully known and profoundly cherished by me. I see you hiding the talents I gave you, burying them for fear of risk, rather than investing them wisely. You tell yourself, if God wanted to prosper me financially, He would have by now. If He wanted to use me powerfully, I would see that already. If I had any real talent or gift, more doors would have opened for me. My child, the issue lies not in what I have given you, but in what you have failed to do with it. You have not stewarded it generously or courageously. You have gripped it too tightly rather than sowing it abundantly to reap an overflowing harvest. The seed must be planted in fertile soil and cared for diligently in order for the shoots to spring forth. Do not question the potential within you just because it appears small or ordinary now. With a shepherd's staff and sling, I once delivered an entire nation. Through a young orphan girl, I overthrew a wicked queen. A few loaves and fish in my hands fed thousands. Never underestimate what I can accomplish through a willing, submitted vessel. So I urge you, stop dwelling on what you lack. Quit making excuses about timing or necessity. Steward what I have already put in your hands. Use your gifts, skills, and resources to serve others. Be faithful with the little and I will trust you with more. Sow your finances, time, and energy into my work and you will reap blessings, favor, and increase beyond your expectations. Step forward in courage, not fear. Operate in wisdom, not self-doubt. Move in boldness out of hiding. Now, my beloved child, if you have walked in obedience to my word, following my commandments and statutes, I commend your faithfulness. You have served me with integrity of heart and purity of devotion. You have brought honor to my name through your words and actions. You have valued my kingdom above selfish interests. Therefore, the windows of heaven have opened over your life, pouring out blessings and increase on every side. Can you remember where this journey started, my child? Some of you were trapped in darkness, chained by sin, broken dreams lying at your feet. But in an instant, at the sound of my voice calling, you stepped into my marvelous light. The old vanished away, the new sprang forth. Grace that defied reason, legs that outpaced logic, mindsets shifted, habits changed, choices aligned. My spirit now fueling your thoughts, words, deeds. And so brokenness was redeemed by wholeness. Lack was eclipsed by supernatural provision. Weakness became a channel for my power's display. Every valley exalted, every crooked place straightened. My righteousness propelling you higher. Faith igniting you to seize every promise spoken over your life. Until all you had envisioned and petitioned of me was poured out, exceeding abundantly beyond. This is merely the beginning, my child. The boundaries are still expanding. There are new spheres to invade, greater works to be accomplished. Keep your eyes fixed on me, and we will blaze a trail through every wilderness. Together we will tear down every stronghold. My light in you will pierce the deepest darkness, and my glory through you will blanket patches of earth, like rays of sunlight streaming through cracks in the clouds. My beloved, difficult days will surely come, but fear not. I am with you always. When storms rage, I am your shelter and refuge. When sorrow weighs heavy, I am your comfort. When lack threatens, I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. When brokenness lingers, I am Jehovah Rapha, your healer. I know the prayers uttered in secret, the dreams cherished deep within. Not one is forgotten. Though the answers tarry, hold fast to my promises. The appointed hour will come when harvest emerges from seeds sown in tears and watered in waiting. Faint not, grow weary not, for I, the Lord, will strengthen you. My grace is sufficient for every need. Take heart, for I have overcome the world and its trouble. My peace transcends circumstance. My joy is untouched by grief. I am lining up breakthrough for problems still unseen. Nothing can thwart my purposes or block the blessings I intend for you. A shift is taking place even as you pray, old giving way to new, obstacles crumbling, streams in the wasteland springing forth. That which sought to silence your praise will soon itself be silenced. Every Pharaoh and Goliath will bow at the mention of my name, for there is no power that prevails when I arise to deliver my own. So watch expectantly for my hand to move on your behalf. Though winds howl, I am the calm in the center of the storm. Though floods threaten, I am the ark that carries you safely through. The testing of your faith reveals the steadfastness I have built within you. I will perfect all that concerns you. The refiner's fire serves to purify and refine, not consume. Rest confidently in my goodness and timing. I know the burdens weighing heavy on your soul tonight, beloved. The uncertainty, the loneliness, the lack. Bring it all before my throne of grace and lay it down in exchange for my peace which passes understanding. For I am near to the brokenhearted. I heal wounded spirits. I provide abundantly for every need. Not one prayer uttered escapes my ear. Even if the way forward remains unclear for now, stay rooted in what you know to be true of me. I am faithful. I cannot fail you. Past faithfulness remains the promise of future favor. I will uphold and sustain you. Cast off fear's anxious grip, refuse doubt's smothering cloak. As children of the Most High God, authority and power is your inheritance. Righteousness and justice is your foundation. Dominion is your assignment. Where you now see only obstacle and opposition, I am revealing keys of supernatural access to open doors no one can shut. Together we will tear down strongholds and raise up altars of worship in their place. The trials intended for your demise will become testimonies of my power to deliver and restore. The journey is arduous at times, but you do not walk it alone. Stay near to me when adversity strikes, that we may bear the load as one. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. When you grow weary and long to quit, my grace is there to lift you up again. You are more than a conqueror through my inner strengthening. I have authority over every force that rises to taunt and test you. Cast all cares upon me, for I care much for you. Allow me to demonstrate my power in your weakness. Trust in my timing, lean into my understanding, find refuge in my presence. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper, not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. I will be your rear guard, protecting your flank. As surely as day follows night, joy comes in the morning. When tears give way to revelation, morning ushers in new mercy, sorrow surrenders to songs of deliverance. Mine is the final say. The enemy's ploys to unravel my people will themselves be unraveled by heaven's hosts. What is now unseen will soon be revealed as my glory overtakes the darkness. Lift up your heads, beloved ones. Redemption is here. My beloved, I long to see greater alignment between your will and purposes with mine. Subtle idols may have crept into your heart, hindering wholehearted pursuit of me. mindsets adopted from the world that contradict my truth, doctrines of demons woven into your beliefs, soulish desires fueling your decisions. I desire you to know me in fullness, not some distorted image fashioned by limited understanding. You try to contain me within the box of your preconceived ideas and theological leanings, but I transcend and emerge unbound from every human construct. I defy comprehension of what I can and cannot do. So I invite you up higher upon the mountain of revelation to glimpse me as I truly am, where perspective dramatically shifts from earthly to heavenly. And once you have seen even a fragment of my majesty, you will never settle for anything less again. Inferior concepts are utterly eclipsed by peerless beauty. Counterfeits are exposed in piercing light as only that born of my spirit remains. In this rarefied atmosphere of unveiled truth, I will free you from restraints you never recognized. Misbeliefs and half-truths burn away like morning fog. Doctrinal divides and denominational fences fade as rivers of revelation refresh, revitalize, expand your capacity as you drink deep of these living waters. Come now to see me directly, no longer filtered through the lens of human teachers, but with wide eyes fixed on my glory. Encounter me for yourself without distortion. As you yield wholly to my transforming power, I will unfold hidden mysteries, bestow gifts hand-picked for you, entrust a unique facet of my multifaceted purpose for you to fulfill. For as a diamond glitters brilliantly because of its many facets, each reflecting light at specific angles, so through my people shining like jewels across the earth, the full spectrum of my glory is displayed. No single person can fully embody the totality of who I am. As part of this living temple constructed on my foundation, you have your special part to play, crafted before time existed. As I shape your life into a unique expression of divine nature, remain pliable on the potter's wheel, trusting the pressure needed to form a vessel for containing new wine. Though the remaking process stretches you through pain, trust it. I see the completed vision. I know the treasure held within the clay. I am vigilant, then gentle, ruthless, then merciful, as my chisel carves away areas of stubborn resistance until eternal beauty emerges within you. And as you yield to my hands forming, refining, polishing you, I will entrust you with new gifts, capacities, authority, and influence. After the wilderness, where you learn to draw life from me alone, you emerge stronger, freer, shining with my glory. You must move opposite of worldly ambition, pride and greed which only grasp and hoard. My self-giving spirit empowers you to pour out freely, no longer bound by lack. As you give, you receive. As you sow generously, bountiful harvests return that enrich many. This is how my kingdom multiplies, through those walking the refiner's fire, remade in love's image and entrusted to steward fresh deposits of heaven's resources. I continuously pour into you so that my river of life can flow through you to revive barren wastelands. And I summon you deeper into the ever-expanding breadth, length, height, and depth of your purpose. Do not judge what I have awakened in others, or compare their deposit to yours. Tend faithfully the portion I have cultivated specifically in and for you. Build one another up through prayer instead of criticism. Speak words that empower and equip rather than diminish and denounce. Honor each unique part that every joint supplies, so together you construct my body in love. because a new era has dawned. The narrow way now opens into a broad plain of promised purpose for those persevering. The horizon brightly beckons your destiny, which once seemed distant is now within reach. If you stand on my word and by faith go possess your full inheritance. Many forerunners have paved the way for this Kairos moment. Their courageous yes to my calling, regardless of cost, has expanded your capacity to receive. But now the baton is in your hand. Will you doubt and bury what I have invested in you, or will you run your race with boldness and vision? Heavenly witnesses who finished well cheer you on. Therefore, cast off dead weight of unbelief, hindering you from completing your assignment. An Esther generation is arising, cloaked in the king's authority and power to influence society's spheres for advancing my kingdom. I am preparing Davids whom I trained in obscurity and dependence on me alone during their wilderness season, carrying unusual authority, presence and favor because they have seen, heard, and touched unseen, eternal reality through lingering in my presence. And through these broken vessels, giants will fall, enemies will scatter, hearts will return to me. Out of mourning and tears, sudden joy and laughter will come, beauty emerging from barren ashes. Long desolate places will flourish, cities left in ruins rebuilt, the stolen restored with increase. Prodigals who squandered inheritance return home to the fattened calf awaiting. Can you envision it, beloved child? Severed connections rejoining each other, those once childless now surrounded by young. The barren churches overflowing with new souls. Bumper harvests in the fields again. Rain on thirsty land. Streams in the desert. Wells of living water cleansing once defiled forgotten places. My kingdom demonstrated through purity and power. Every promise finding fulfillment in you and through you. The suddenly generation delivering the evidence that the victor has come. The Lion of Judah whose reign knows no end. Before your eyes this shattered land awakens to new life, birthing new beginnings. Heaven's resources are waiting for earthly vessels willing to steward them. Fulfill your destiny as a tree thriving by streams of living water, yielding seasonal fruit, leaves evergreen. A tree whose roots nourish on subterranean reserves, unshaken through storm or drought. Rise and shine, beloved child. The glory of the Lord dawns upon you in increasing waves of brilliance. Lift your gaze to see wonders unfolding. Raise a joyous shout. The King draws near in radiant majesty. Do you discern it, my child? Hope awakening, dreams revived, destiny unlocked. This pivotal hour bursts with expectation. The world once dormant now stirs awake as a new era dawns. Herald my love which conquers all. Through you my kingdom is revealed, for in and through you, wonders of my grace captivate this generation. Beloved child, I have assigned you a vital role in establishing my kingdom purposes on earth. Though some callings may seem more prominent, all carry equal glory and weight in my economy. Just as every organ is essential for life despite differing functions, so every member of my body is irreplaceable because each uniquely expresses an aspect of my nature. Therefore, do not devalue what I have called you to simply because it differs from another's assignment. Rather, discern the eternal importance of the seemingly menial tasks I have entrusted you with. Could Moses have led my people from Egypt without the rod, symbol of authority I gave him to wield? Could David have toppled Goliath minus the smooth stones I selected for his sling? Could the disciples have fed hungry crowds without the few fish and loaves I multiplied in their hands? No, the instruments appear crude or ordinary, but explosive power lies hidden within when surrendered to me. Your talents, resources, and influence may seem so small, yet in my hands can shake bastions of darkness, feed multitudes craving truth, liberate captives from oppression. So will you yield what I have placed in your care for my glory? Stop focusing on all you lack compared to others. Quit making excuses why now is not the time. Instead, boldly invest what I have already supplied you with, and reap abundant harvest as I bless your work. Faithfulness with small assignments qualifies you for greater responsibilities. Just as I tested Joseph in Potiphar's house before assigning him to govern Egypt, I am proving you through lower realms in order to promote you to rule with me from higher places. Can I entrust true riches of spiritual authority, supernatural wisdom, creative ideas, and financial increase to you if you have not well managed what I deposited long ago? No. Only as you demonstrate maturity and trustworthiness will I unlock greater resources for you to steward. Therefore, shift perspective off scarcity and lack, recognizing instead what I have already given. There in your hands lies power. Power to transform lives, shatter strongholds, turn desolate places into fruitful gardens. Awaken to kingdom reality where my power is perfected in weakness. My beloved child, your time of favor has arrived. Do not dismiss humble beginnings, for towering oaks were once tender sprouts. A massive ministry or business is birthed through daily drips of faithfulness in minor tasks. So pursue every job I bring you with devotion and humility. Whether organizing stones, trimming branches, serving guests, or balancing accounts, keep lifting your sights to grasp the bigger picture. Let faith swell your heart with zeal that your simple acts of obedience are advancing my kingdom. And through consistency over time, I will suddenly elevate you into greater power, sway, blessing, finances, insight, and anointing. For dedicated management of a few loaves and fish causes the exponential miracle. Can you envision it, my precious one? Surge after surge of my transforming authority spreading through spheres of culture. Bastions of avarice and corruption crumbling as heaven's radiance exposes concealed motives and schemes. Truth and justice cascading like thunderous floods. Integrity, empathy, and glory permeating. My followers, walking in goodness and strength, bring to life the essence of the kingdom. They offer healing, share insights about the future, and help unlock resources. This leads to entire communities and nations learning about a path that brings fulfillment and abundance. Wanderers who squandered their legacy enticed back home by love's irresistible aroma. Those once bereft of children now chortling alongside their little ones. The desolate wastelands revived by downpours of my breath raining down. Brooks bubbling up in parched lands. Ruins reconstructed and re-inhabited. Bumper harvests reaped in forsaken fields. Can you envision it, my precious one? The restoration I am birthing in the earth through eager, surrendered, shattered vessels. A spectacle of what my love can forge from smoldering ashes and discarded brokenness. No one is outside the reach of my transforming power. No plight too hopeless for my resurrection life to infuse and regenerate. Therefore, lift holy hands to get more of heaven's outpouring into purified conduits. Let your light so radiate that people see. Renewed hope flicker through cracks in the gloom. Walk by my breath as a channel of resurrection power, dismantling corruption and deception, bringing order and alignment wherever you tread. Speak only words that convey life. Vision, identity, affirmation, destiny, purpose, joy, and promise. Uproot notions and convictions tangled with despair, impotence, poor mental soil where seedlings struggle to take root. Then renounce victim mentalities that empower darkness, perpetuate captivity, restrict legacy. Take responsibility for your role as guardian of atmosphere through thoughts, attitudes, declarations. What you tolerate or dismiss will gain footholds of sway. But as you align with truth, light floods rapidly. The kingdom firstly progresses within before spreading out in demonstration. And spiritual transformation precedes revived culture and society. So protect your heart tenderly as my garden is enriched with wisdom and revelation. Refuse to partner with words aborting promise and blighting destiny. Sever ties with those deriding your awakening or dousing fiery vision. Safeguard the embryonic stirrings of reformation being birthed within. For you are called to pioneer something never seen, explore realms never mapped. Even angels peer over heaven's balconies awaiting the unveiling of my manifold wisdom. Do not request easier terrain or lesser duty. I am entrusting you with blazing new trails and conquering obstacles by grace because I see innate strength and character. I believe in you, my precious one. Ascend to encounter this sublime vocation. All domains respond to the bold pronouncements of one carrying the inheritance rights of a daughter or son of the monarch. Therefore stand assured in who I created you to be. Wield words astutely to shape the world around you. Reign over beastly thoughts, emotions, cravings seeking to consume the fire kindled on altars of awakening. Fan the sparks of vision, stewarding heart, fires gently amid winds of hardship. For I am igniting cities, regions, nations for accelerated reformation now. The contagion of awakening is spreading. Will you ignite and convey the torch of revolution to unlit territories awaiting ignition? I am summoning the burning ones who will not waver. Convey the gospel of harmony while cleaving injustice. Walk in purity while dismantling corruption. Wage love's nonviolent campaign, heralding liberation for captives, glory for ashes, joy for grieving. Attune your priorities with timeless actuality. Allow my passion for awakening to grip your soul. My pledges provoke faith's audacious spirit to fling wide cages of smallness and reclaim cities and nations for their intended purpose, to brim with comprehension of the glory of Yahweh as the waters blanket the sea. Therefore take hold of vigor for the voyage ahead. Do not dread the uncharted or untrod path. Though unfamiliar, foreign, ostensibly impossible, I will invade barrenness with blooms of possibility budding through fissures. Though the way ahead seems uncertain, I am unveiling kingdom connections, networks of kindred spirits to encircle and uplift you. Aloneness lingering from past rejection and betrayal will vanish under affection's warmth. For I am reconnecting that which belongs together. I am reconciling relationships key to your life, purpose. I am showing you faces of family, clan, community. You will journey alongside. Love conquering offense will mend brokenness. Candidness tearing down partitions, enabling genuine connection. True fellowship forming through laboring toward a shared ambition.